Hello and welcome to a fresh new episode of Science Monitor, our weekly update on all that is happening in the field of science and technology in and around the country. From research on supramolecular chemistry to utilizing big data, we are back with an exciting new episode. Let us begin with the headlines. India adopts new strategy to improve global academic ranking. Using big open data, INSA workshop draws enthusiastic participation. New advances in anion recognition from India. And in our In Focus segment today, we will explore the scientific principles that govern the architecture of ancient and modern buildings. Indian education and research today is considered at par with many of the leading institutions of the world. While different Indian institutions rank among the global top 100, but now an initiative has been started to improve these rankings. To achieve this, the government will now fund 10 national institutes with the potential of excellence to improve their research and infrastructure.
In a knowledge-driven society, higher education is the most crucial investment. Now, in a major step towards improving the standards of higher education in the country, the Indian government has decided to fund 10 higher education institutes to help them reach the top 100 global academic rankings. Towards this, 10 national institutes currently in the top 500 institutes list in global academic rankings and with the potential of being in the top 100 has been identified by the HRD ministry. Under the novel scheme, the government proposes to fund these institutes with grants ranging from Rs 100 to 500 crore in the period of 3 to 4 years. The list of 10 institutes thus identified includes country's top-ranked IITs, along with Indian Institute of Sciences, Bangalore. The funds so awarded would be utilized to create world-class state-of-the-art research and laboratory facilities in these institutes. The idea is to incentivize progressive institutes that perform well enough to compete at the global level. It is expected that with the additional research funding, these institutions have the potential to reach the top 100 of the global academic rankings, to be in par with China and South Korea, who have followed a similar funding strategy.
Data is the key to discoveries. With new digital technologies generating novel and large amount of data, it becomes crucial to understand how to store, use and analyze big data sets to make crucial discoveries. Big data also must be open to allow access to all. Now, stressing on the importance of big open data, the Indian National Science Academy organized a 2-day workshop on the topic Big and Open Data, Evolving Data Science Standards and Citation Attribution Practices. Take a look.
In a major step towards deliberating on the management and applications of big data, the Indian National Science Academy recently conducted a workshop on big and open data. The workshop themed Big and Open Data, Evolving Data Science Standards and Citation Attribution Practices was conducted during 5th and 6th November at New Delhi. The 2-day event included sessions on data science, technology, research and applications, along with data attribution and citation practices. Panel discussions on data, management, sharing and services, current and future role of data stakeholders was also organized.
Big data is a significant source of knowledge generation, and knowledge leads to technology, and technology domination is sought by companies and by countries through the mechanisms of intellectual property rights and technology control regime.
Big data refers to very large, complex, and rapidly changing data sets, which require sophisticated computational tools for their analysis and curation. Big data can be analyzed for crucial insights that can lead to better decisions and discoveries in various areas spanning from scientific research to governance and business. The concept of big data has also steered the concept of open data that is accessible to all. Big data, accessible to all, makes it more useful and can lead to breakthrough innovations. Some of the examples of big data includes use of large genomics data to make breakthrough biomedical innovations, or use of data from social media data to understand socio-economic trends, responsiveness to campaigns, policies, etc.
The world around is composed of billions of both positively and negatively charged particles. The negatively charged particles, known as the anions, are known to play an important role in health and welfare of human beings. A special branch of chemistry called anion recognition chemistry deals with the recognition and selective removal of anions from systems. The research is so crucial that it even won the prestigious Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Prize for Chemical Sciences this year. More in this report.
Contamination of water resources is one of the major challenges that the world faces today. Experts identify many chemicals like fluoride, arsenate, phosphate and sulfate as the major culprits. While an excess of fluoride in water is known to cause osteoporosis and inhibit brain development, leading to retarded intelligence, arsenate results in toxicity and many forms of cancer. Similarly, phosphate and sulfates, majorly found in fertilizers and nuclear waste, often run off to rivers and lakes and result in unwanted algal blooms. Now, what is common among all these chemical species? They all exist as anions. Anions are negatively charged chemical species which, along with the positively charged cations, constitute a compound. These negatively charged particles, produced as a result of many natural processes, are known to have both beneficial and harmful effects. For example, anions like bromide find crucial applications in many life-saving drugs. The field finds crucial applications in many fields like drug and chemical industry, water purification, removing hardness of water and toxicity detection, nuclear waste processing, along with widespread applications in chemical, biological, medical, environmental and industrial processes.
As I have discussed about our development that making molecular capsules which can encapsulate different anions, and that can be actually we can potentially use those capsules for various applications, say starting from which can be used in chemical industries for pure extraction of various salts, or that can be used for purification of water, like water containing fluoride or arsenic.
Recognizing the importance of anion recognition, the prestigious Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Award for Chemical Sciences this year was awarded to Dr. Pradyut Ghosh from the Indian Association for the Cultivation of Science.
So last 10 years we are trying to understand this subject where we can selectively trap those things. And we have different designing aspects, and these are the different building blocks where we construct our receptor molecule. These are the platforms and these are the recognition element, and we attached different units which can tune the acidity of the system and eventually which will capture the anionic species selectively.
Some of the crucial work by Dr. Ghosh in this field includes selective extraction of pure potassium bromide used in anti-epileptic drugs and sedatives, along with development of arene platform-based receptors for anion recognition. While remarkable progress has been made in the area of anion recognition, the field is likely to find many more practical applications in the coming future.
And now it is time to take a very short break. We'll be back with more science news. Keep watching Science Monitor. Welcome back after the break. You're watching Science Monitor. Let us now have a look at some important science and technology activities happening in India and abroad in our next segment, Science Express.
India's latest communications satellite GSAT-15 has been successfully launched from Kourou, French Guiana at 3 hours 4 p.m. IST on 11th November. The satellite GSAT-15, weighing 3,164 kg, was launched using the European Ariane 5 VA-227 launch vehicle. GSAT-15 will be positioned at 93.5 degrees east longitude in the geostationary orbit, along with the operational INSAT-3A and INSAT-4B satellites. Once positioned in the orbit, the solar arrays and antenna reflectors of GSAT-15 along with the communication payloads will be deployed. As per the warnings issued by the Meteorological Department, a massive cyclone storm has hit the southern state of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry on Monday night. Cyclone formed as a result of a depression formed in Bay of Bengal, 300 km east-southeast of Puducherry and 320 km east-northeast of Jaffna, moved west-northwestwards and crossed North Tamil Nadu coast between Karaikal and Chennai on 9th night. The storm was followed by heavy rains in Tamil Nadu, Rayalaseema, South Coastal Andhra Pradesh, South Interior Karnataka and Kerala. While Delhi has been ranked as one of the cities with worst air quality, reports indicate that air pollution levels in New Delhi have soared into November, with smog engulfing the city and causing many health problems. According to sources, the smog has been caused due to a mix of smoke from the burning of paddy stubble in areas around New Delhi and emission from an increasing number of heavy diesel vehicles, combined with a drop in temperature. While experts warn that conditions are likely to worsen with further drop in temperature, number of patients reporting in hospitals with wheezing and respiratory problems has drastically increased in the last few days. In what can be called a medical miracle, doctors have successfully treated a 1-year-old baby suffering from incurable leukemia. The baby was treated using cell therapy using designer immune cells for the first time. The cell therapy based on adding new genes to healthy donated T immune cells makes use of a gene editing technology called TALEN. Using this technology, T cells are designed in such a way that they are not attacked and destroyed by powerful leukemia drug that would usually target them, and secondly, they are reprogrammed to only target and fight against diseased leukemia cells. The genetically edited cells were given to the baby in a tiny 1 milliliter intravenous infusion. An interesting new study by scientists of the National Centre for Biological Sciences, Bengaluru, in collaboration with the National University of Singapore, suggests that female butterflies are better than male butterflies at mimicking and fooling predators. According to the research, the female butterflies mimic noxious and unpalatable butterflies, which helps them avoid bird predators. Since female butterflies carry heavy loads of eggs, which impairs their escape flight during attack, they are evolved better than males at mimicry and survival. The study also shows that lower surfaces of butterfly wings show better mimicry than the upper surfaces. The study, conducted on 26 different species of butterflies found in the Western Ghats, has been published in the journal Evolution. Following the ban on multi-dose vials of painkiller drug diclofenac in veterinary use, conservationists are now calling for the ban of two veterinary drugs, ketoprofen and aceclofenac, which are known to massively affect vulture population in the country. The campaign also calls for conservation breeding to increase the declining vulture populations. According to experts, many of the veterinary drugs used in cattle are lethal to vultures who feed on carcass of animals treated with these drugs and results in severe kidney damage and extensive visceral gout. The declining vulture population is a threat to ecosystem as they play a major role in the food chain as scavengers.
Advanced building skills are one of the key features of human civilization. Whether it is the ancient monuments that have withstood the test of time or the most modern energy-efficient skyscrapers, building architecture is a highly precise science. Now, building science is an interdisciplinary field that integrates the principles of mathematics, physics, chemistry, and biology. Now, many of the oldest monuments, some from India, demonstrate this. In today's In Focus segment, we will explore how scientific principles govern building architecture.
There was a time when humans, like wild animals, lived in caves. The journey of civilization from these caves to small huts and to today's skyscrapers is an incredible tale. With increasing scientific knowledge and evolving technologies involving new materials, man has learned to erect structures of grand beauty and efficiency, thus solving the human needs for shelter and space. The art and science of planning, designing and creating buildings is multidisciplinary and integrates multiple expertises. While architecture refers to the planning, design, building and maintenance of buildings. Interior architecture or design refers to the science of making indoor spaces functional, safe and attractive. Another component of this is the building science, which deals with the science of the materials, processes and techniques. Architecture is based on mathematical principles, along with planning based on laws of physics, and choice of quality materials based on chemical understanding. While early humans used easily available natural materials like mud, wood, stone, palm leaves and fibers to construct shelters, evolution of technologies has replaced them with materials like high-grade cements and concrete, steel, gyptrete, plastic and ceramic files. India has a rich and fascinating history of architecture and engineering, as evident from its ancient monuments. Each of these long-standing monuments has been designed and constructed following precise mathematical calculations and scientific principles, using the most appropriate material to complement overall architecture. For example, Taj Mahal, one of the wonders of the world, is 561 feet and spread in 17 hectares. Taj Mahal is based on scientific principles like symmetry of architectural elements and self-replicating geometry, as a result of which all four sides of the Taj are absolutely identical, creating a mirror image effect. Also, the four pillars of Taj Mahal are slightly tilted outwards, so that in case of earthquake or any other disaster, they should fall outward and not on the main structure. The Qutub Minar, tallest brick minaret in the world, is another architectural marvel made of red and buff-colored sandstone. Standing at a height of about 73 meters, Qutub Minar comprises several superposed flanked and cylindrical shafts for strength. Similarly, the iron pillar, which is situated near Qutub Minar, is an excellent example of advancements made by Indians in the field of building science and metallurgy. The iron pillar, estimated to be about 1500 years old and being subjected to natural agents like sun, rain and wind, has not rusted. The Red Fort, spread in 254 acres, is constructed in the form of a parallelogram, measuring 930 meters by 495 meters. The fort, surrounded by strong fortified walls, is an example of highly advanced planning and design, with an arrangement for continuous water supply. Many of India's ancient buildings, like the Golconda Fort and the Imam Badas, are based on sound physics and has excellent mechanisms of acoustics. Golconda Fort is constructed using materials like clay pots and pans with sound reflecting properties based on sound compression and amplification principles. The stupas at Sanchi are one of the most magnificent architectures of ancient India. The stupas are constructed in the form of large hemispherical domes, with a central chamber which houses the relics of the Buddha. The most impressive feature of the Sanchi stupas is their gateways and the pillars that surround them. The size and the weight of the pillar show how good and scientific was the architecture at the time of their construction. In today's world, skyscrapers are gaining fast popularity, with the estimation that by 2050, there will be an additional 3 billion people on Earth, and 70% of the world's population will be living in cities. Tall skyscrapers might be the only option to accommodate. Another interesting building trend today is the concept of energy-efficient buildings, also known as green buildings. Green buildings are based on many scientific calculations, uses less water, optimizes energy efficiency, conserves natural resources, generates less waste, and provides healthier spaces for occupants as compared to a conventional building. With evolving technologies and ever-growing demand for space, we can expect more advancement in the field of building science in the future.
Well, that is all for this episode of Science Monitor. Do tell us how do you like our program. You can send your feedback and suggestions. Our email ID is news@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write into us at Vigyan Prasar C24, Qutub Institutional Area, New Delhi 110016. Well, that is all for today. We'll be back with fresh news stories on science and technology again next week. Till then, keep watching Rajya Sabha TV and Think Scientific. Bye-bye.